Good afternoon. This is the Franklin Public Library Board of Trustees meeting. It is Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. This meeting is being held virtually by Zoom. I would like now to call the meeting to order, and we'll start with a pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States of America
and
to
to
the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is that Agnes?
It's the mayor.
Hello, Bill.
There he is outside.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
looks like you're outside.
Yeah,
I can just barely hear you. I've got to play with my phone a little bit.
okay. I will now call the roll. Agnes Kulabanya. Iris Kislin.
Here.
Tiana Gresham. Nick Champa, I'm here. Mayor Kramer.
He's here. He maybe not can hear you.
Okay. Dr. Arsawala.
Here.
Okay. NBC? No. Kevin McNeil?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. And I also see that Bill is here from Franklin Reporter somehow. Okay. January Adams is also here, our devoted director and director of library sciences, and Bob Wardlaw. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, also known as the Sunshine Law. The schedule and notification of this meeting have been provided to the Courier News, the Home News Tribune, and the Franklin Township Clerk. Copies have been posted in the library's vestibule and are also available at the reference desk. I'd like now to open the meeting to the public portion. Is there any member of the public who would like to say anything at this time? Seeing none, I will close this first public portion and ask for consideration and a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting, which was held August 23rd, and the special meeting, which was held on September 18th. Is there a motion to accept?
I so move.
I'll second it. I must have missed the meeting on the 18th.
That doesn't mean you can't second it.
I'll
accept your
second it then.
Thank you. Okay, Iris has made the motion and Kevin has seconded it. Is there any discussion about the motion or the minutes, or in either of the two sets of minutes? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. Those in favor of passing this approval of the minutes, please signify by raising your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I see.
Oh.
I see. Okay,
yeah,
now I
okay.
see that it's unanimous.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Let's move on to January's director's reports. Financial first.
I don't really have anything to add to this. We're now into the second month of our fiscal year. And you can see that everything's running along well.
Okay. I see that.
Yep.
Does anyone have any questions about the financial report that has?
I'm at the board meeting for the library. Everything's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I said never.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
January, would you like to go on to your program reports?
Sure. Okay. I'll start with the gallery roof. As you know, you awarded the bid contract to All Action Architectural Metal and Glass for an amount not to exceed $1,769,678. And the contract was reviewed by our attorney, signed by Nick, and things are underway. So you should be hearing more soon. Franklin Park, we finally got the TCO. The grand opening is tomorrow. I
Can't talk to you at the library board meeting.
hope you all can come. I'll just want to alert you that they're working on Claremont Road. They're usually done by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but in case they're not, you should maybe leave a little early, or just keep that in mind that Claremont Road is screwed up.
And what time is it?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
And we're going to have the state librarian there. That's a big deal.
Mm.
And I think it's going to be a nice occasion that marks the end almost of this very long project, which will have a happy ending.
Yes.
And on August 22nd, we had 50 patrons at a program that the library co-sponsored with the Franklin Township Environmental Commission. And that was said to be informative, and the speaker was engaging. The Adult Services Department had 38 adult programs that 562 people came to, and Youth Services had 30 programs that 1,439 people came to. The summer reading programs are over, and we had 91 teens at their program, and they read for 1,434 hours. We had 125 adults in the adult program. Of these, 23 participants completed the challenge, and they earned 20 activity and reading badges. And they read, this time it's in minutes, 134,880. And then 303 children participated in their version, and they read for 186,102 minutes. And so this means that now we get ready for the winter program.
Yeah.
And let's see. I think that's it. That's it for me.
Okay.
Thank you, January. Does anyone have any questions about the program report?
Tomorrow's event, is it like an hour long, or do you have
At most.
at most?
At
Okay.
most. It's going to be just a ribbon cutting, a few short remarks by people, and then we'll have refreshments, and people will mill around and kind of look at the building. But it's not going to be a big long thing.
Okay. I did extend the invitation to Dr. Ravalli and Dr. Logren, but there is a Board of Ed meeting, so they will try. But if they can't make it, they do apologize. But I'll be
Okay.
there.
Okay, good.
Thanks.
Yeah, it shouldn't take long. Mayor Kramer, do you have the scissors sharpened?
Yeah.
I have no scissors.
How are you going to cut the ribbon?
We
Who's
are
gonna
getting
cut-
scissors. We are getting scissors.
D'Amiglio coming?
He said he was.
I think he has scissors.
Yeah, he has scissors, but I already made arrangements to get them because I didn't know he had scissors. I made arrangements with the Somerset County, some organization, some guy from there is going to bring us scissors.
Okay. I was kidding, but fine. President's report. My only report is I really hope to see all of you there tomorrow,
Yes.
5 o'clock. It's going to be very pleasant.
Yes. Long time coming.
Yep. Okay. Correspondence. First of all, does anyone have any correspondence other than what January has sent us? I don't, so.
No.
Okay, January, thank you very much for these 2 articles. And
Yes.
it's mind-boggling how book banning has grown so much in the last decade, I'd say.
Disturbing.
Yeah.
Very.
I mean, I really have such strong feelings about that. And I understand people not wanting their kids to, maybe have access to certain materials, and that's their right. And what the article said that I agree with. It's a vocal minority. It's, it's not,
They're very vocal.
and that's the problem, and it's like, I told one guy who he, we have different political views, and I told him that there are certain presidents that I really, loved, and supported, and I would never put a flag of somebody in front of my house, and I never, I mean, and that, and he says, because he was, telling me how, look how many flags, and look, and I'm saying, regular people think you, at least I do, think you're a little bit nuts. I mean, really, for anybody. And I mean, look, like our wonderful mayor here. I mean, I'd put a sign in front of my house, but a flag, a 40-foot flag, or to go and say, because and even something my daughter said to me that made a lot of sense is that she said, I don't understand everything, the LBG Q community and the trans. I don't understand it, but I don't care that I don't understand it. Right. I support, rights and fairness for everybody, whether I understand it or choose compassion over understanding. It's like, just because you don't understand it, I've never dealt with anybody who was transgender, but I mean, if you had a child that, but from what I understand is that some of these children wind up committing suicide or going through life, with all kind of problems, and if you was a parent or an aunt or an uncle, you might feel, and some of us who never have to deal with it, maybe we don't understand it and say, well, I don't, but it's not up to us to understand. And it's not up to us it's not up to somebody to tell me what books, my children should read or, especially for, pornography or something like that, is one thing, but it's like the article said, it's a slippery slope. And anytime there's been any book banning in history, I've read the article more than once. It's always gotten worse. It's never saying that, we had these book bannings and then everybody lived happily ever after. It was always, the road, down. So it's real. And in New Jersey, I just can't, maybe in Mississippi or in some of the other states, but I just couldn't understand in New Jersey. But,
This was your daughter that said that?
Excuse me?
This was your daughter that said that?
Yes, she did. You send them to college and they get smarter than you because, I didn't.
She must have had a very good father.
Yeah. I didn't always feel, because we had the discussion, because I was telling her the way the discussion went is that, hey, if I had a little boy who wanted to wear a dress to school, I wouldn't let him. Right. That was my, and I know a lot of people who feel like me. I wouldn't discriminate against anybody. But she said, well, what if he, she started giving me all of these, what ifs. And then after the discussion, I had to say, I don't know. I would have to really entertain that, that idea. If this is what, if it was a choice between, that or him having these emotional problems or wanting to commit suicide because he didn't feel, but it's a complicated issue. It's a complicated issue, and it's all right to discuss it, but to ban any discussion of it, I mean, anyway, it just seems so archaic and backwards, So thank you, January, for the article.
You're welcome.
I save a lot of them, but that one I'm definitely going to put away.
I guess my comment is, I've read, I think 8 of the books that are on the list, a selected history of book. Now, maybe something like Brave New World. It's weird and crazy, but The Grapes of Wrath, To Kill a Mockingbird,
The Mockingbird,
uh,
Huckleberry
Mice and Men.
Finn,
I mean, these.
The Bluest Eye, Toni Morrison.
Yeah,
I mean,
I didn't read
I
that.
read Brave New World in 8th grade. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I read Brave New World in 8th grade. It's
yeah.
weird, but it's like,
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You turned out pretty okay.
yeah.
Well, Grapes of Wrath, the roughest thing I saw there was the dog got run over by a car because he didn't, you know.
No, and and the thing is, and it's like I said, just you read some of the things that's the reason why they're banning them. You read some of the same things in the Bible, in the Old Testament. You read about homosexuality and rape and murder and things like that. And I mean, it's like it's ridiculous that you would ban a book because of an idea, and the problem, like we said, is that it's a minority. At least I think it is, especially in New Jersey. So
Okay, well, they go all the way back to The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn.
yeah, I just missed that. Huckleberry Finn. They banned it. They wanted to ban it, but
Next thing you know, my favorite book is going to be banned.
what is
Dick and
that?
Jane.
Who?
Dick and Jane.
Yeah.
Dick and Jane.
Yeah.
Boy, that brings back memories.
Yes. See, spot on.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Okay, so where are we?
never in our library, I hope.
Well, librarians as a group are resisting, and some of them are paying a price for it.
And it's a new bill someone is sponsoring, they said, to cut funding to libraries that go along with the banning
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
books.
It's been kicking around for a while.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll work, because some of these people will. I mean, I've seen people vote against their own interests.
Yeah.
People who are poor, and when I say poor, I mean poor like me. Like I guess they call us the working poor. People who work every day and try to send their kids to school and try to do things, and they vote against their own interests. And so I can definitely see, people say, I don't care, cut the funding, as long as we win, so it's about, now it seems like it's more about winning than it is about serving the public. So anyway.
Okay, thank you. Is there any old business? Seeing none, how about new business? Anybody have any new business? There is no executive session required at this time. So we go on. Is there any member of the public who would now like to speak in the second portion of the public part of the meeting? Seeing nobody. Okay. Our next meeting is scheduled for October 25th, 2023. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I so move.
Iris, thank you. And Kevin,
I second.
those in favor?
Aye.
Wiggle your fingers or something
Aye.
like that. Unanimously, this meeting is adjourned.